Hi everyone. So today I actually was interacting with one of my students and I had this really cool thing happen. I was talking with her about her stuttering and her fluency. She stutters on and off. Some sessions are really smooth and a lot of times can be very fluent, and then other days and moments she's actually quite tense, and even though she's very happy, her body has all these kind of contractions, and it shows up in her face and it shows up in her body in different ways. And so today it just so happened that we were also going to be having a live shooter drill, which for some of you that aren't in schools, now given the reality of what's been going on all around the world with a lot of shootings happening in schools, schools are doing drills to get ready for what to do if there is a shooter on the campus, on the grounds, and there's like emergency vehicles and things like that. So what, as a classroom teacher, as a staff member, as a principal, you have to do with your students so that they're as safe as possible, that they're aware of what's going on, that they're as calm and as possible, and that they're listening to what they need to do. And so it wasn't during that time, during the drill, this is before the drill. And so it just so happened that this particular student, after multiple consecutive sessions of me seeing her, and she was getting more and more fluent and things were calmer and she was having a lot of great success, today she came in and she was stuttering a lot more. And so I asked her, I was like, so what's your body aware of that you aren't getting yet, that you haven't identified? And she was like, well, I'm really excited about this activity that we were doing in school, and so maybe there's part of that. And I was like, okay, cool. And what else is your body aware of? And she was like, she mentioned a couple different things, and then I was like, and those are all really happy, awesome things, and you're really excited about them? Great. And I was like, and remember we talked about how sometimes your body is aware of other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And she was like, yeah, definitely. My body's so aware of others' thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And this is a 4th grader, and it's so awesome to see her shift, because she's noticing that a lot of the stuff that's going on in her world is actually not her stuff. And it's been able to help her shift with her speech immensely, which is really, really, really cool to see. So I added on this piece and I asked her, so is it possible that you're aware of some of the things that are going on in other people's worlds that maybe they're worrying about related to the live shooter drill that we're going to be doing later? And she's like, oh, wow, yeah, I totally am. And you should have seen her face, how it just totally lightened everything up for her to have that awareness. And so I asked her, I was like, would you like to let all of that go? Would you like to return all that to those people so they can deal with it? And then you can have your communication, that you can have your speech that you know is really true for you. And she's like, yes, definitely. I'm letting all of it go. Anything that doesn't allow me to have my speech, I want to let it go. And so we did. We let it go. And then from that point onward, the session got better and better and better, and her speech got more and more smooth and less bumpy, which is how we call it when she's having those disfluent moments, those stuttering moments. It's bumpy speech. And when it's smoother and less bumpy, we call it smooth speech or her speech. And so it was just so awesome how quickly, with just a few questions and her tapping into her awareness, she was able to have what was true for her when it came to speech. And so I'm wondering, for all of us, how much of our communication is actually being impacted by the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that we're picking up on from other people. And are we willing to let go of all of that and destroy all of that and really have our communication reality? What's really true for us when it comes to expressing ourselves, when it comes to our voices in the world? And so anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate all of that? Would you let all of that go as well? I am. It was just so cool to see this student choose what's going to work for her, and see that with just a few questions and her tapping into her awareness, that she was able to have a lot more easier time during our session and a lot more fun. So I hope that with this idea, you can implement it with your students, with your children, with your own communication. If at any point you kind of notice that you're not really speaking the way that you know is the way you speak, or you're not expressing yourself and being you in any way, maybe ask, like, hey, what am I aware of? What is my body aware of that I'm not getting yet? And then go from there. So Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know what you think. Let me know what shows up for you. Post it under here and let me know what shows up for you as you play around with this tool. Thanks and have a good day. Bye.